technical institutions. To promote industrial development, and government has established engineering universities, engineering colleges, polytechnics institutions, polytechnic institutions, commerce colleges, and vocational institutions. These will produce the technocrats for industrial sector. Number 7, industrial estates. The government of Pakistan has set up the industrial state in the important cities and provide the various facilities like roads, transport, and banks to them. This step has increased the number of firms and factories. Number 8, protection to domestic industries. To promote the domestic industries from foreign competition, government restricted the imports. In 1986, a thrift commission was set up to provide the various incentives to the industries. Number 9, export processing zones. In 1980, government decided to set 3 export processing zones at Karachi, Lahore, and Peshawar to improve the industrial sector. Number 10, development of small scale industry. Provincial small scale industrial corporations provide technical assistance to the small industries. Government is paying proper attention to this sector. Small loans are issued by the commercial banks. Number 11, research institutions. The government has established the various research institutions to increase the industrial growth. These are following: Pakistan Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. Number 2, Pakistan Industrial Technical Assistance Center. Number 3, Central Testing Laboratories. Number 4, Pakistan Industrial Advisory Center. Number 12, use of black money. The government of Pakistan issued 3 types of special bonds to tide the black money. This policy remained fruitful up to some extent. This amount was used for the productive purpose. Number 13, incentive for foreign investors. To attract the foreign investors, various incentives has been given to the foreigners. In this regard, government has provided full security to the foreigners. Number 14, private investment sanctions. There was no linear government sanctions up to rupees 70 crore investment. It encouraged the rate of investment in country. Permission for private banks. For the development of industrial sector, government is also considering the establishment of private banks. Mehran Bank, Bank Al Habib, etc. are working in private sector. For example, number 16, changes in income tax system. The government of Pakistan has also changed the income tax system to encourage the industrial sector. Number 17, tax holiday. In the seventh year plan, all the country was announced a tax-free zone for 4 years to increase the new industries. In the backward areas, the tax holiday period is for 8 years. During 2000 to 2001, new incentives were given. Number 18, private companies and banks. Government of Pakistan has allowed the private sector to establish the private investment companies. This setup of government has encouraged the industrial sector. Now private banks are playing very effective role in the country. Number 3, manpower. From the word manpower, we mean power available from or supplied by the physical efforts of human beings. And the population explosion in Pakistan could prove to be constructive rather than destructive just by reaching our economic priorities. Pakistan is one of the largest labor and manpower resources in the world due to its large population, that is sixth largest in the world. Pakistan level force is 57.2 million, making it the ninth largest country by the available human workforce. About 43% of this labor is involved in agriculture, 20.3% is in industry, and remaining 36.6% in other services. This human workforce is the greatest asset of Pakistan that could be employed in international markets after appropriate training. In this way, Pakistan could earn a huge amount of foreign exchange which can revolutionize the current economic map. By the word transport, we mean A system or means of conveying people or goods from place to place, and transport is an important sector of economy in its own right. The mobility of passengers is fundamental to economic and social activities such as manufacturing, commuting, distributing goods, or supplying energy. Each movement has a purpose, an origin, a potential set of intermediate locations, and a destination. The principal role of transport is to provide access to different locations for individuals and businesses. Transport thus facilitates a wide range of social and economic interactions than would otherwise be possible. Private sector airlines in Pakistan include Air Blue, AirAsia, and Shine Air International. Many private airlines are in pipeline, including Air Marek, Diwan Air, and Pearl Air. Air Blue is using the state of the art A320 and A321 aircraft for flying across Pakistan and will soon commence UK operations. AirBlue has recently ordered six new A321 aircraft, while two aircraft will be taken on lease, which will be added to the existing fleet of 4 to 5 aircraft, making it the second biggest fleet behind PIA, which has 42 aircrafts. Now, recently in our book it was 4 to 5, but I have searched, so I found that recently Air Blue has 10 aircrafts. Number 5, communication. Communication refers to connecting people so as to organize them with a view of driving a common goal. The use of digital communication and data transmission from point to point and technologies has been directly linked to our country's economy. Communication plays a vital role in advancing economic growth. Pakistan Telecommunication Company Limited has emerged as successful Forbes 2000 conglomerate with over 1 billion in sales in 2005. Cell phone market has exploded almost 14-fold since 2000 to reach a subscriber base of over 60 million in 2007. In addition, there are over 6 million landlines in the country. As a result, Pakistan won the prestigious Government Leadership Award of GSM Association in 2006. The World Bank estimates that it takes about 50 days only to get a phone connection in Pakistan. In Pakistan, following are the top mobile operations: Mobilink, Ufone, Telenor, Warid, Instaphone, and Instaphone was the Pakistan's first mobile communication service, and Paktel, which has recently been acquired by China Mobile for 450 million US dollars. Have a logos. Have a look at the logos of Pakistan Mobile phone operators. Mobilink. The first of all is Mobilink, then Ufone, Instaphone, Telenor, and Warid. Now let's have a look at the next commodity sector, that is investment. By the word investment, we mean it is an asset or item acquired with the goal of generating income or appreciation. For example, an investor may purchase a monetary asset now with the idea that the asset will provide income in the future or will later be sold at a higher price for a profit. Investment is a component of aggregate demand. Therefore, if there is an increase in investment, it will help to boost aggregate demand at short run economic growth. What does the word aggregate demand means? It means the total demand for goods and services within a particular market. If the country has spare capacity, a rise in investment can also cause a multiplier effect, and the multiplier effect refers to the proportional amount of increase or decrease in the final income. The initial rise in investment increases economic growth, but if firms gain more sales and profit, they are willing to reinvest this in further investment. Also, households who gain employment from the investment have more income to spend. Thus, an investment 2 billion could cause a final increase in real GDP of 3 billion. If investment is effective, then it should also increase the productive capacity of economy. For example, investing in skills and education can increase labor productivity. Investment in technology and capital can cause productivity and the productive capacity of the economy with help economy. This helped to shift LRAS long run aggregate supply to the right. An increase in LRAS is essential for long term economic growth. It can increase economic growth without inflation. And inflation is the decline of purchasing power of a given currency over time. By the word trade is the selling and buying of goods. In general, trade has a positive and significant on economic growth, which is consistent with the evidence in the empirical literature. A 1% increase in the average trade to growth to GDP ratio leads to an increase in the average GDP per capita growth by about one half, that is 0.47%. Trade is essential for satisfaction of human wants. Trade is conducted not only for the sake of earning profit, it also provides services to consumers. Trade is an important social activity because the society needs uninterrupted supply of goods forever, increasing and ever changing but never ending human wants. Trade has taken birth with the beginning of human life and shall continue as long as human life exists on the earth. It enhances the standard of living of consumers. Thus, we can say that trade is a very important social activity. Now, the major exports of Pakistan are raw cotton, textile products, and cotton yarn, rice, leather and leather products, carpets and rugs, tents, synthetic textiles, surgical instruments, sports goods, ready-made garments, vegetable, fruit and fish, engineering goods, chemicals and pharmaceutical products. Now, the let's have a look at the imports of Pakistan. And the imports of Pakistan are machinery, petroleum, chemicals, vehicles, and spare parts, edible oil, wheat, tea, fertilizers, plastic material, paperboard, iron ore, and steel, and pharmaceutical products. And Pakistan is member of the World Trade Organization and has bilateral and multilateral trade agreements with many nations and international organizations. Fluctuating world demand for its exports, domestic political uncertainty, and the impact of occasional droughts on its agricultural production have all contributed to variability in Pakistan's trade deficit. In the 6 months to December 2003, Pakistan recorded a current account surplus of $1.761 billion, roughly 5% of GDP. Pakistan exports continue to be dominated by cotton textiles and apparel despite government diversification efforts. Exports grew by 19.1% in FY 2002 to 2003. Major imports include petroleum and products, edible oil, chemical fertilizer, capital goods, industrial raw materials, and consumer products. While the country has a current account surplus in both imports and exports have grown rapidly in recent years, it still has a large merchandise trade deficit. The budget deficit is fiscal year 2004 to 2005 was 3.4% of GDP.